After tonight's debate, we'll be just 2 weeks from Election Day. Nate Silver of the 538 blog is here with a look at the state of the race. So Nate, we know that Mitt Romney got a pretty significant bounce out of the first debate. After the second presidential debate, it looked from the Insta polls that came out just after that there was a sort of marginal win for President Obama. What's happened since then in the polling?
I mean, not a lot, really. There are a lot of polls out every day. I think 35 polls literally today alone. But if you average them all together, in essence, they show no real trend since the second debate, where if you look at national polls, it's very close, but Obama seems to be still ahead by about 2 points in the most essential swing states.
Right. Now, the national polls do show essentially a deadlocked race. And in fact, there have been some polls recently that have showed Mitt Romney the lead that have gotten a lot of attention. You still have the president in your model as a 2-to-1 favorite. Why?
We are an electoral college-based model, and that's
Right.
how our elections are decided. So we're looking at, is Obama ahead in enough states to be over the 269 electoral vote threshold? And he is, based on his small leads in Ohio, in Wisconsin, Iowa, Nevada. Those 4 states, Romney has to win either Ohio or Wisconsin or both the Iowa-Nevada combo. It's very doable, but he's behind right now, and so he's kind of the equivalent of 2 points down in the electoral college race right now. And a 2-point lead at this stage of the race 2 weeks ago is not totally solid by any means, but it does give you the advantage.
Now, 67% for most people sounds like that's a pretty good advantage for the president. You call that a very modest sort of advantage. Can you explain why that is?
Well, I think people are bad, frankly, at dealing with probabilities, right? When you put a polling average up there and you say, okay, well, Obama's up 2 points in Ohio, it's where we have it, and Real Clear Politics have it everyone else. But we dare to say, let's use some math and look at history and how often will a 2-point lead hold up with 2 weeks to go. And the odds are about 2 and 3, which is all that we're really doing to get to those numbers. But I think people want to, it's much safer, I guess, people to say, oh, it's too close to call, and it's very, very close. But look, I used to play poker, and poker, if you have an edge, you go with it. I think the president would much rather be in the pre-Denver environment where it looked much safer for him. But until we see more polls in Ohio or in states like Wisconsin showing Romney ahead. Right now, his best polls show a tie, his worst ones show Obama up 5. We have to shift that in the opposite direction for Romney to become the electoral college favorite, I think.
Let's talk about Ohio for 1 second. Rob Reiner joked the other night that the candidates are not actually running for president of the United States, they're running for president of Ohio. But actually, looking at your forecast model, that's not too far off.
Yeah, so we run a calculation that says, where will the decisive electoral vote be? And the chances are about 50-50 right now that just in one state, Ohio, some man or woman will cast a decisive vote that'll decide the next president. So these campaigns can't totally abandon the other states. There's still other scenarios that potentially come into play. But look, if you win Ohio, if Obama wins Ohio, then it looks like he'll probably bring Iowa, Nevada along with him. If Romney wins it, Obama also has a very difficult map. He then have to win states like Colorado and Virginia, where he's probably at best tied right now.
Thanks, Nate.